morning. Happy Wednesday, October 5th. So we went to the gym. I'm not running as behind this morning as I was on Monday. Normal work day. We are actually going to work on walking and playing our instruments at the same time because we're doing a homecoming parade in like just over a week. So that's planned. You might hear my tea brewing in the background. It was being kind of noisy. All right, so I did not wind up my color from Sinister Elixirs yesterday. I will need to do that this afternoon. All right, number 5, protection. I feel like I'm really blown out. There we go. Ooh, this one's got some speckles in it. So yeah, there's definitely a fade going because here's yesterday and then today. Yay. Okay, so that's Sinister Elixirs. Someone commented they got the last one yesterday, or there was one left and they got it, so that's exciting. All right, day 5. Is that, oh no, I have one more in this column. 31 Days of Haunted America, Fangirl Fibers, day 5. That sticker was not stuck as much, so that was helpful. The Crescent Hotel, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. The Crescent Restored is still open and more popular than ever, in part because it bills itself as America's most haunted hotel. On the ghost tour, they tell you these stories. Michael, the stonemason flirt from Ireland, falling to his death during the hotel's construction, now and forever romancing guests in room 218, and so on and so forth. It doesn't say so on and so forth. I said so on and so forth. It's Crescent Hotel. Oh, Gigi's here now. Hi, bud. She was upstairs in her tree. That's a very nice brown. Yay. All right. We're going to go finish getting ready. I'm going to see if I can knit a little bit before I leave. And then we will be on our way to work. I'll see you there. Well, this has been a long morning. Not in a bad way. Just time is moving very slowly, which is fine for right now because I'm in prep hour. This hour will go quickly because that's how life works. I'm very sad because I made the tea that came with my Haunted America calendar and now it's gone. Now I'm sad. Now I have to switch to water and water is boring. Although I do have my tiny fridge with my water in it. Hold on, I'll show you. So I put a poll out on Instagram, or not even a poll, I think I just asked if it was crazy if I got this. I got it. It's so small. Here, I'll show you. Oh, I don't even have a full 6 in there because I'm out. The boxes that you see behind me in this video are empty. But yeah, this is a tiny fridge that holds 6 cans of soda, sparkling water, what have you. I just have sparkling water in here. So I'm actually going to crack one of those open and drink that since I'm out of tea now. Oh wait. I also bought myself this sign for the school year that says this because that's the goal for the school year. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was sad about my tea and showing you my fridge, was it's been our long morning. The kids are lower key today than they were on Monday, but they're also being a little dramatic, and that's kind of the worst sometimes, so. The good news is I don't really have a lot of photocopying to do. We did go outside and practice walking with 7th grade. That went pretty well. They complained about the sun being in their face, but other than that, they were fine. Yeah, let's hope the rest of the day just keeps on this even keel. So I'm going to actually do a little bit of prep work. I'm going to try and knit a little bit, maybe watch some Vlogtobers, and I will check in with you most likely when I get home. We are going to the grocery store because we need to get stuff to make dinner for the next couple of nights. We generally don't do a full week shopping all at once because I often change my mind about what I want to make for dinner on a daily basis. But tonight I'm making smoked sausage mac and cheese. I can share the recipe for that again. I've actually tweaked it a little bit. What else? We're going to get stuff to make pizza on Friday. I have no idea what we're doing for dinner tomorrow. We'll figure it out then. This is the exciting life I lead. Okay, I'm going to go do my prep stuff, and I will check in with you guys before we go to the grocery store. It's like 1:15. I also just remembered that not only do we have to go to the grocery store, we need to wind our MCAL yarn, because that's tomorrow. I'm not going to get to work on it probably right away, because if I remember from last year, the clue didn't go up until like way late in the day for me, and I don't want to be sad and not have it to work on. So we're going to do that when we get home. We're going to run to the grocery store very quickly. I have 2 classes left, by the way. We're going to go to the grocery store very quickly, then go home and wind yarn. Also, I'm going to talk about, because someone asked on the video from, I believe, that I uploaded today from yesterday, how to do scrappy socks. I really hope you heard that. It was a ridiculous brass instrument, whatever that was. That's my job, folks. Anyway, I'm going to talk about how I'm working my scrappy streak flights when I get home. I'm going to go before that happens again. Bye. I've been home for a little bit. It is 4:06. We wound up 3 of the 5 skeins for the West Knits Cal, which starts tomorrow, because I don't want to wind up all 5. Because I'm lazy. So, someone asked on yesterday's video about like color management for scrappy socks. So, for me, I have not wound this up yet. For some reason, I'm kind of like holding out, and I just want to do like a whole bunch all at once. So I might wait until I have all 6 before I do like my next stripe. So what I do is when I'm changing a color, this has to do with any time you are using a ribbed stitch. If you're going to change a color, do it on a non-purling row. So for example, when I changed colors here, I waited until I had a purl bump sitting on the needle, and then I switched colors so the row was all knitting around before you so when you do the color change, your purl bump doesn't show the color change. So if you look at the back, you can see, okay, we'll look at the really dark one. You can see where the colors merged here, and that's why you don't want to do it on a purl row. Also, as far as changing colors, I just cut the one when I'm done, start the new one. After that first round, I loop them over each other and just tighten them down. I don't knot them. And then when I weave my ends in, I go the opposite direction from where I started them. So it means the first color, like the old color would go back in to like the new color, and then the new color would go forward to help hold those down. Never had any fall apart on me. To be fair, I haven't done a lot of scrappy socks, but I have done a stripy sweater, and that's what I did, and that works great. I've never had an issue with it. So that's how. Okay, so here's the thing, friends. Hudson & West's new pattern collection also comes out at midnight tonight / tomorrow morning is when I will see it. I am working on the cord sweater, which I love, and I want to knit on it, but I'm also supposed to be working on socks, and I shouldn't really be getting into deep anything because the MCAL for Stephen West starts tomorrow. I think I'm going to do it anyway. So, I think I mentioned, maybe I didn't, my mom is retiring and closing her yarn shop. Her last day is the 19th of October. So on Saturday, we are going down to the shop to collect furniture that I am taking from the shop. Well, some of it. One piece is coming up with my parents in November because I can't fit it in my car. But I'm going to get cubbies and a magazine rack that I'm actually going to use to like hold my books. Probably on top of one of the cubbies. My dad made all the cubbies from my mom's shop. They're really nice wood. But they're like these, but they're individual, like 3 cubbies. So I think I'm bringing home 3 or 4 of those, how many we can fit in the car. And I'm going to pilfer through what's left of her yarn, because she's closing. I think anything she has, she's going to end up having to keep anyway. So I'm going to go hopefully take some off her hands. And if there's an appropriate yarn for doing a Hudson & West sweater, not Hudson & West yarn, I can't afford that just yet, but if she's got some appropriately plied worsted weight, I may have to liberate that to start one of those several sweaters in that collection I'm going to use, or make. It's pretty much my 2023 making plans, just that whole collection, and finishing the ones that I have cast on now. In case you didn't know, that is the designers of the Sabin sweater, which was very popular, that came out last year. They're going to be at Indie Untangled, so you can go touch all the samples and stuff in person. I don't have Rhinebeck FOMO, but I do have Rhinebeck FOMO, but I don't have it. It's a whole thing. I'm sure that weekend I'll just be like, all my friends, like, far away waving. Can't even FaceTime people because the reception is so bad. So it's okay. I'll shop the virtual markets if they're available. Okay, I gotta get out of here because Colin starts Islands of Brilliance here in a little bit. I'm gonna go change my clothes and I'm gonna get hunkered in. I will come back because I will film making dinner. So I will see you then. So I said I was gonna record while I was making dinner, but I got really deep into a podcast and I forgot. One of my all-time favorite podcasts, like of ever, that I apparently started 10 years ago, like this month, is the James Bonding podcast with Matt Myra and Matt Gorley. Matt Myra was on the Nerdist podcast, which I really liked in its heyday before Chris Hardwick ended up kind of being a piece of trash. And yeah, Matt Gorley was part of a group called Super Ego that I really liked as well. He's on a ton of podcasts. He's also like the producer or engineer, something, producer for Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, which is one Colin and I really like. Anyway, all their back episodes are coming out from behind a paywall and they're re-releasing them like week by week. And they did like a catch-up episode that came out, I think, earlier in the week. So I was listening to that. Anyway, I'm gonna flip around and show you what I'm making for dinner. So I, in the pandemic, created this smoked sausage mac and cheese recipe. So it's jarred Alfredo that I have seasoned, a smoked turkey sausage. If you can find a garlic one, that's super awesome. But they've been a little sparse lately. And then this in here is penne, which is cooking for the next 4 minutes or so. And you cook all these components separately and then combine it all together and stir it and then combine it with half a bag of like a shredded Italian cheese blend. I believe it's posted in a Vlogmas episode, the recipe. I'll try to remember to post it down below. I also have a version where you use refrigerated tortellini, cheese tortellini. That's quite good. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for that to finish cooking and then Colin will be done with IOB and then it'll be time for us to eat and hunker down for the night. Yeah, hope you had a good Wednesday. Mine was not too bad. And I will see you again